It's a big old snail. Put him back. To every fly fisher, there is a moment when the river calls, an unspoken invitation that stirs something deep within, beckoning them to its waters. This calling is more than a desire to fish. It is a pull toward a sacred connection, a yearning to be part of something ancient and wild. For many anglers, the river is not just a body of water. It is a living, breathing presence, and to stand in its flow is to be touched by a sense of purpose and place. The religion of fly fishing. Damselfly. That's a good sign. I might swap to something like that. I don't know. But anyway, man, I love foggy mornings in the canyon. I really do. Good morning, YouTube. We are here again in the bottom of Little River Canyon here in North Alabama. My plan today, well, my plan this weekend was to do my birthday is tomorrow, May 3rd. I'll be 21 again. I'm just kidding, I'll be 35 years old. And I really wanted to fish and film on my birthday. I wanted to go somewhere and actually do like a full-blown documentary type film. But it's gonna be raining like a lot tomorrow, so that's out. So today, Friday, May 2nd, I'm gonna come here to my home waters in the most beautiful place in the Southeast. I mean, you can't tell me any different, I'm sorry. But what I'm gonna do today is we're obviously gonna try to catch red-eye bass, pretty much any kind of fish that wants to hit. It'll be the coosa bass, green sunfish, and that'll probably be it. But what I'm saying is what I want to do is kind of walk through and show you kind of what I look for and how to catch these fish. I've done it before, but not really in depth. Hopefully these fish are off bed. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe the bite will be on. The water's a little bit high. We had some rain yesterday afternoon, so that might affect it just a little bit, but it's still warm. We still should catch some fish, so stay tuned for that. And if you hadn't already, like and subscribe. Subscribe. We are at 384 subscribers as of this morning. So we're trying to reach our goal of 500 by the end of the year. I think we'll make it, but that all depends on you guys. All it takes is a hit that subscribe button, and you'll see our stuff put out hopefully every week, unless the weather's awful. But anyway, here we go. Let's get to fishing and enjoy this video. But what I'm doing here, this is kind of the first spot I come to fish about every time I come down to this area, is fishing these slack areas in the water. So you've got a main riffle coming in, a main run coming in right through here. Okay, and this water around here beside it is slack water. These fish have to work. They're not like trout. They don't sit there and swim upstream all day. What they'll do is they'll tuck in behind this slack water and chill. And when something floats downstream that tickles their fancy, they'll come out and hammer it. Sometimes, not always. And that's another tip, guys. Always maintain that fly line. At least keep a hand on it, either here or here, somewhere, preferably like this. Always. That way you can strip. Always maintaining control over that fly line. During the cast, when it's out there, always keep it maintained. Always be aware of what natural flies or insects are flying in your area when you're fishing. Just be on the lookout for that, because there's no telling what you might see. And that could mean the difference between catching a lot of fish and catching no fish. So Just, that's a tidbit. To throw a smaller bug here, I'm gonna have to tie on some tippet. I'm using a 2X, but I'm kind of getting up my leader into to some thicker territory there. So I'm gonna tie on about 3 foot of 3X tippet. So what I do is I'll take tag in, you know, you can't see this good, tag ends of both, about 6 inches each side. And what I'll do, put them together, loop it, pinch it, and then pull the tippet through with the end of my leader. I do that 3 times. 2, 3, and it should look something like that there. Grab both ends of it. I'll wet it just a little bit. Pull it tight. Pull all tag ends and main lines tight as you're doing it. Then always snip as close as I can to the knot. All right, and this is what I do. This is the most important part. You want to take those ends that you cut off right there and throw them in the water. I'm just kidding. No, you don't do that at all. You throw them in your bag. Put them in the bottom of your bag, clean it out later at the end of the year, whenever you do it, it doesn't matter. But don't throw it in the water, don't throw it on the ground. Have good practice with doing that, because I promise, every little bit makes a difference. That's a rock that's grew in this tree. I guess from the storm, or from floods in years past. I don't know, but that's a rock. There's another one in there too. That is wild. I've never noticed that before. And probably for my birthday, in the rain, I'm probably going to go down and see Frank at Rainbow City auction and get some fly tying materials. I think that would be pretty cool. I need to get some anyway. To tie a few more different varieties of stuff. I talk too much sometimes. And I might not catch a dang fish today, man. I don't know. They may still be spawning, because I should have already at least had a few hits. And when I can't see my streamer or fly or whatever, I look at the tip of my fly line. It's a floating fly line. It floats in the water. And if I see that dude kind of slowly jet out, probably might want to set that hook. Ugh, hate spiders. I actually hate anything that has potential to harm me. Snakes, spiders. I can't cast right here, so why am I even trying? If you wonder why I have odd casting techniques here, trying to get it out there, it's because of this right here. Like literally, I'm touching this tree. It's really hard to make any back cast right here. So that's why I do a lot of odd hand movements and things, sideways, upside down, wherever I can to get a fly out. Just because of this vegetation right here. I have lost a lot of flies in those trees. So roll cast is your friend here. False casting along the river, like side casting, is really your best friend in places like this. I mean, this is thick. It's hard to make them cast. Right there. Oh, I just had a dadgum hit. They're still spawning. So I really don't want to mess with them too much. I messed my fly up. He come out and hammered it, but he was a little guy. Let's fix this fly real quick. Dadgummit. So they're still spawning. They're in the rocks. They're not going to be in the middle as much. I don't want to disturb them too much, but I still want to catch fish. But the one thing I have learned about these fish though, guys, is if you try to get one and you miss, chances of you getting a second hit or a second chance at that fish is pretty slim, unless it's a dead of summer and them fish are pretty hungry. You can pretty much hang it up. These Joro spiders are driving me absolutely Joro crazy. Just not been a very good day for fishing today. Fly line management, man, has not been key this year for me. I don't know why. I keep wrapping, I keep doing everything wrong. Learning bad habits, I guess. I don't know. Bring a dang weed whacker down here with me. It's getting thick. Well, my microphone died. Yep, rock. Alright. I'm going. No. It worked. Peter John Cole, you're the man. Because that would have been a goner. Oh, I just seen a bass in there. Oh yeah, he's looking at it. That's a pretty good one. Decent one. Pure red-eye boy. Yes, sir. He's dark. They're always dark down here in the middle. They're feisty. I know you're not supposed to grab them and lip them, but I support the underside. That right there is a purebred coosa bass. Look how pretty he is, man. Look at that. Gosh, he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Sun's out, the fish come to play, so I guess that may be the ticket there. Finally, got the skunk out of the way. That was a smelly skunk. He's in pretty deep water right there. Deep, slack water, so let's remember that. It's probably a good 8 foot right there. Kind of slack water, so that he was deep. I just happened to see a shadow, and then I threw a cast over there and bam, there he was. So that's a good thing. I'm always looking on the ground. I do not want to step on a moccasin or a copperheadison. Never want to do that. So I'm always making sure through here that there's not one coiled up just a waiting. And in places like this right here, I like to do this and then get on a rock. Rock. Yeah, well, my birthday cash, 100% going to buy a sling pack, an Orvis, a good one. Tried the teeny thing, it was good for about a minute, and no good no more. All right, we're going to go with a bigger stimulator, the size 10. Caught one fish, guys. Yeah, he's looking at it. He's looking at it good. Got him. I think it's a sunfish. That's a bass. Whoop. Yeah, he spotted up too. His eyes are red. Come here. His eyes were red. They changed super quick. But anyway, what you can look at. Woohoo! Beautiful. That's a coosa bass. See the coloring on him? Horizontal lines, vertical splotches. You can definitely tell they're part of the smallmouth bass family. But anyway, blue cheeks, white eye crescent, and then the white fringes around their tails. You probably wonder why I talk about those fish all the time. And they're very, very special fish to me. And they're native fishes. They're not the same as largemouth and all that. People think all the time, man, it'd be nice. I'd much rather catch a, 8 to 10 pound largemouth. Well, good for you. But yeah, it's fun. But it's not the same. Like, you can't just go to the store and buy these fish and put in your pond. You can't. They're special fish and they live in special places. They can't live in junky water. Like, it's gotta be very clean water, running water. They don't live in stagnant water. They don't live in ponds. I don't even think they would survive in a pond. Very, very special fish. Keep thy eye on thy fly. Maybe these bigger ones have these little ones pushed over here to the side. I'm floating right down this rock seam. And hopefully there'll be one hiding in it. It's like, ooh, dinner time for me. But there wasn't. Right there. Boom, that's a pretty decent one right there. That may be a spotted bass. I believe that is a spotted bass. And this right here is an Alabama spotted bass. Boy, he's pretty. I think. Dude, it's hard to tell with these smaller bass. See how he's, well, that may be that's a red eye too, man. He's more spotted though. Same characteristics, more splotchiness. They just fade when they get out of the water is what it is. But I'll take these little guys all day. I always try to get a higher vantage point to see, because I can see down in the water and see them fish coming up to my fly, which also will tell me if I'm using the right fly or not. If I make a bunch of casts and a bunch of fish are looking at it but they're not touching it, I might change something up. Don't know what that'll be. It just depends, but a lot of times that's what I'll do. Well, that's a wrap. We scratched out 3 in about 3.5 hours. Not a super good day, but also not an awful day either. Any time out there on the water is a good day. I still think they're spawning. I still think they're on bed. The majority of the ones that I caught were just right at the edge of some structure. So I think what they're doing is definitely still spawning, maybe in the post stages of spawn, but it's just going to get better the more the longer it goes, the warmer that water stays. It wasn't too awful today, the water temperature, but then again, I wouldn't want to be swimming in it right now. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and as always, go get you a hat, shirt, whatever you want. southernhood.com. Great. This is my new go-to hat. My new go-to hat from the southernhood.com. I wear it all the time. Use code SouthernFly at checkout for 10% off, and enjoy.